Japan and India signing off on a series of agreements as leaders meet in New Delhi. Also adopted a joint roadmap for economic security. Both sides agreeing on action to strengthen supply chain resilience in areas such as semiconductors, quantum technologies and critical minerals.
今回2兆円規模の投資を含む約120件の日印企業間の協力文書を発表いたしました。官民一体で日印の未来を切り開いていきたいと思います。
On defense, the Indian Prime Minister affirming support for a free and open Indo-Pacific in alignment with his Japanese counterpart.
डिफेंस के क्षेत्र में आज हमने भारत और जापान के पहले को डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट पर एग्रीमेंट किया है। नेवल रेडियो एंटेना यूनिकॉर्न का यह प्रोजेक्ट हमारी डिफेंस टेक्नोलॉजी पार्टनरशिप में एक नया अध्याय खोलेगा। अब हम ऐसी डिफेंस टेक्नोलॉजीज को साथ मिलकर विकसित करेंगे जो रीजनल पीस, मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी और रूल बेस्ड ऑर्डर को मजबूत करेगी।
Well, Neha Poonia covering this story for CNA joins us live from New Delhi. Neha, a string of deals, including this first on a co-development in defense. Well, leaders, when they meet, often sign all sorts of deals. If you look at these deals, what do they signal about the current state of Japanese-Indian relations?
In a way, so we've seen a lot of high optics as Sanae, Takaichi and Narendra Modi met. They've held extensive discussions, reviewed the whole scope of bilateral engagement. And Mr. Modi said this. He said, you know, we've got bilateral ties with Japan for more than 7 decades now. And it is a trusted relationship. It's a time-tested one, but it's about charting a path for future engagement, which is why one key area of convergence they've identified is economic security. They're talking about building each other's economies up, trying to build in resilience at a time when there's a lot of uncertainty globally, because of the West Asia crisis, the impact that's had on countries like Japan and India when it comes to energy supplies, disrupting supply chains. So they want to work together to, build resilience so that their economies become stronger. They're talking about using Japan's technology to, build in India for the world. So they're saying that they should work together to make sure that both the countries prosper. It's also about sending a message that these are two stable partners. Mr. Modi said that in these uncertain times, trust is the greatest strategic asset, and they're both signaling that that is something that they hold in very high regard. You had Mr. Modi called Ms. Takaichi his sister. That brought a lot of smiles to her face. She referred to him as her brother. So they're also signaling that there is mutual admiration, respect, and that alignment will reflect in the kind of sectors they want to tackle, whether that's semiconductors, whether that's critical technology, artificial intelligence, stockpiling of critical reserves for India, which is a big importer of crude oil. And all of this, of course, with an idea of deepening bilateral engagement, but to bring stability, they say, not just to their own countries, but to the region as a whole.
Neha, both sides also stressing alignment on specifically a free and open Indo-Pacific. Now, those words have become code words for a certain alignment on strategy from different countries. What does that say about alignment on this front for Japan and India?
It's a big concern for both countries, and when you talk to experts, they'll tell you a big reason for that is because you cannot wish away geography. They're both countries that have strategic concerns when it comes to China. They're both countries that are part of the Quad initiative that also includes Australia and the US. We've seen how America's interest in the Indo-Pacific region has diminished from a security point of view. It views China increasingly as an economic threat and not a strategic one, which is why you're now seeing Tokyo and New Delhi come come together to try and build and bring in that stability and resilience to the region. They're talking about co-development of defense technology for the first time. That's quite significant. They're talking about maritime navigation, sharing of information, yes, but also working to bring that stability through defense cooperation in the region. We've heard how many experts have called this an attempt to reshape great power dynamics in Asia. It's also to signal to the wider region that these two countries want stability and they want to work together to bring that in. It was Shinzo Abe who had first floated the idea of the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean being a great shared maritime space. Mr. Modi echoed him. He said that this is a shared space for all countries, so we need to protect it with an eye on how navigation through this has a big impact on economies and their ability to source things, and that's the message that's been sent out by both leaders.
Well, thanks. That Neha Poonia live for CNA from New Delhi.